Hello and welcome to the Dugout episode 5. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Esmond Cole, your host. And I want to start off things with a major talking point on the weekend. Champions being convincingly defeated at home by Liverpool. Jake is he's ready. He's raring to go. 3-1 to the Klopp, maintaining their Klopp's maintained 3 wins over Mourinho, 5 games. Phillips Coutinho coming alive, man of the match performance, I would say. And Jacob was saying last week on our last podcast in episode 4 that Coutinho only comes alive when he's got big players around him, but he seemed to come alive himself in that game.
I didn't say when he's got big players around him.
Big players around him.
Players playing well around him, and Liverpool played well.
Yeah, they played well. Yeah, you're right. Can Klopp get the best out of him? Do you think?
Yeah,
this season.
Klopp's a manager who's a man manager. Do you know what I mean? He's not. He when after the game, he was on the pitch and he went to every single player, congratulated them on the game and how well they played. So yeah, I think Klopp can manage anyone. I think he's one of them kind of guys. He's not just because he's a manager, because he genuinely seems like a nice kind of a guy as well.
Passionate as well.
Yeah, very passionate. So
yeah. What about you, Miss? What do you think of the game? How do you think it went for Liverpool? It was a pretty solid performance.
Yeah, it was solid. It was dominant.
I mean, Benteke coming on,
I don't think it was
scores
dominant.
a goal, assists.
It was very
Benteke
dominant.
Came on.
It wasn't dominant, to be honest.
It wasn't dominant.
It was
3-1.
It was dominant.
Stamford Bridge.
Once you scored your goal, I don't
To be
think you
honest,
had
we
another
scored
shot.
and then we scored and then we sat back.
And we dominated.
And then Coutinho scored a crazy goal, then a deflection. The second one,
two
quite
very
lucky.
good
The
goals.
deflection, quite lucky. And then Benteke.
But sometimes football's about a bit of luck, though.
Benteke dominated.
That was good, but I don't think
you can't deny
the
Coutinho
game
did craft out the chances for himself.
No, saying that you dominated the game though would mean like we weren't in it at all.
You weren't.
We weren't though.
in it.
We
You
weren't.
weren't in the
After
game.
we had
5
chances
minutes.
after we first scored to get a second,
Nah,
and we didn't.
You didn't have any goal. I wasn't sat there watching the game like, oh.
Yeah, now you won't obviously remember it because it was a 3-1 and we're playing bad and la la la. You know, you won the game, but I don't think you dominated the game.
Well, if they weren't dominant in the game, they were clinical. I mean, despite the Ramirez early on goal, I mean,
And clinical, yeah.
Lucas completed nearly more passes than Mikel and Ramirez combined.
Yeah, but I don't rate Mikel
Oh,
anyway.
bro.
I've been saying for ages, Lucas is a good player.
And Lucas should have been off.
So-
Lucas should have
Yeah,
been
but
off.
so should Diego Costa. If you're going like that.
I mean,
saw that, though.
Lucas completed 73 passes compared to Mikel's and Ramirez's 75. So it does show they're all pretty clinical. I mean, Chelsea never really got into their stride. Hazard, best player of the season last
Yeah,
season,
he's poor.
subbed. Costa, antics, kicking out at Skirtle, and then non-existent Cesc Fabregas. So
Nah, Fabregas was alright.
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him.
He came on for like
Where is he?
15 minutes,
Yeah, I didn't see
20
him.
minutes.
I
What
didn't
do you
see
mean, like, who Fabregas?
I think he ran on from one
I
side,
don't
ran
agree
across
with
to the
that,
other
to be
side
honest.
and jumped
The whole
over
team played
into the
for
stand.
again. You can't say
Playing that
Fabregas.
Casper role for Halloween. What's good?
I think there was some decent performances in there. I think Oscar played decent. Willian tried his best as well. He played
Willian,
well.
to be fair to Willian, he's
Willian
actually
did
looking like he's
well.
putting effort in.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
So it was just three quarters of the team that wasn't performing. And
So
that's us.
so who's to blame for the defeat?
Klopp,
Three
because
quarters
he
of the
managed
team.
Liverpool
No.
well enough to beat the Chelsea
Three
team.
quarters of the team. If you played us last season with this team, I still think you wouldn't have beat us. It's just the period that we're in.
No.
You've got us at the best time.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're at
It's
home.
just-
You're Chelsea
and-
Football Club. You've got the best manager in the world, some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, the best
And you
players in the
lost.
world who've won like 2-3 games this season in the league. They're just not there. They're not there at the moment.
Well, last week we were saying Liverpool aren't a good side, so we're basically
They're still not a good side to me.
They beat a good
To be
side.
honest, you got a fluke result. Like, you got not a fluke
You know, if
result.
it had
got
been
a
1-0,
good
I'd
result.
agree with you, but
I don't
3-1,
think you're
we
finished top
outplayed
4
you.
though. You beat us, yeah, fair enough.
All right,
I
well-
don't think it'll do anything for your season.
Let's listen to what Mourinho had to say after the match then.
After a fabulous start, the game just got away from you there.
I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say about the game at all.
Nothing. I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say about the Lucas decision that left him on the pitch.
Nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
The Costa clash.
I have nothing to say. I'm so sorry. I have nothing to say.
Do you not think it's time to have a chat to the fans, just to give them some message, give them indication of your
The
thinking?
fans are not stupid.
We heard them chanting your name.
The fans are not stupid.
You did say before this game that you weren't worried. Are you a little bit more worried now?
No. Worried about what?
Your future, your own position at the club, the backing of the board?
No.
Nothing about the game at all?
At all.
No individual performance you'd like to pick out?
No.
Nothing about the performance going ahead?
Nothing.
Nothing about the way we could fix it?
I cannot say.
Thank you for your time, Jose.
Thank you.
You know what Mourinho sounds like there? It sounds like he got whipped like 5-0 on FIFA and just went, nah, I'm not got nothing to say. And the other person in the line just bantering him. That's what it sounds like.
What can you say though? Like the team, no one knows what's going on. To be honest, for some reason, it's a championship winning team that's just not playing well.
Well,
for several reasons.
I've been reading a lot in the papers that Mourinho did want players, like a lot of big name players, which we'll go on to later. But apparently the hierarchy in Chelsea said, no, this team can fight for the championship again. This exact same team can do it. Which you shouldn't really, that shouldn't be the mantra when it's a Premier League. You need to be buying players that are going to, push you and give you that extra boost because the other teams are going to be getting better. So,
yeah.
If that's the case, then obviously, then that's Abramovich again, isn't it? But I can't really blame him either because he's done too much for the club.
All right, then. Well, let's move on to Liverpool's fierce rivals, Man United. Man United in the Premier League have extended their goal drought to more than 5 hours. Obviously, their 0-0 game against Palace, begging the question: who should really be up front, Rooney or Martial? I'm gonna ask Keenan first. What do you think?
Yeah, first things first. 5 hours isn't really a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah, well, it is.
It's not really a long time.
A game's 90 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
a day is 24 hours, so
thinking.
what's that?
Football's not played.
If you went another five-a-side match and we were playing for 5 hours,
I would walk off. Nah, but
You'd
obviously,
have to body yourself, after that. 5 hours.
Do a Costa. Do a Costa. Punch yourself in the ribs.
yeah, as I was saying, 5 hours isn't really a long time. We're alright, man. We're alright.
You're all right.
We're alright.
You're very average. Painfully average.
Well, you can't talk, man. If we're average,
We're
what does that
poor
mean?
though, you're just painfully average.
Yeah,
And
alright,
you're supposed to be
cool,
going for
man,
the
cool.
title.
So who should play up front, Rooney or Martial?
Martial
Why?
is a striker, man. He's
So
a
isn't
striker.
Rooney?
Nah, listen, I was playing FIFA. I put Rooney in defensive midfield. Ask him about the balls he was playing. You know he was spraying some crazy balls.
He's a good passer, but like he's not a
quarterback,
DM.
man. Drop him deep, and then he makes those
Yeah.
late Lampard runs. Trust
He
me,
don't
Van
compare.
Gaal,
Are
listen to me.
you really comparing?
Louis,
box to box
listen to
anymore.
me. Drop Rooney into like defensive midfield, and bring Januzaj back as well. Let him challenge Martial for the number 9.
I don't get how you're coming in. Episode 5 and
I
still
think-
talking about Januzaj.
I think the style we've been playing has been poor.
Really?
Like,
it's not
Why is
United.
that?
Is it?
it's so slow. It's sideways. It's backwards. It's sideways. It's backwards. Like we're waiting too long before we're hitting the forwards or the wingers. So I don't know. Against CSK, I thought he changed it. I thought we were more direct, but
It's not the United everyone knows. Is
Nah,
that's the thing.
it's
not
not.
the same.
because the United everyone knows is confident. Like this United team, we're not very confident at the moment.
hopefully.
Yeah, obviously,
arrogant-
arrogance
arrogant.
comes afterwards.
Arrogance
Like,
comes with having world-class
early
players. At the
stage.
minute,
No,
you're
it
not the
doesn't,
same team.
because we had Tom Cleverley and Anderson who.
Oh, how are you talking?
Why?
Because
This
I'm
guy-
supposed to
this
say
guy-
impartial,
every
but
week-
still.
Wait,
every
because
week.
you said arrogance comes with
But
world class
irrelevant.
players, but these two players weren't world class, but they still have the arrogance. It's what happens when a
Yeah, and
team's
now look at him.
confident,
Tom
man.
Cleverley's playing it, getting relegated. Aston Villa. That's not arrogant,
Nah, he's
bro.
at Everton now,
Nah,
man.
he's at
He's at
Everton.
Everton.
Yeah, of course he is, yeah.
Obviously, he had options, man. He had options.
All right, Farhan,
That's
who
not
do
the point.
you, Farhan, who do you think should play up front, Rooney
I
or
think
Martial?
it's hands down Martial. But the
Martial.
thing,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
thing nobody takes into account is Rooney should be dropped from the whole team.
Really?
Yeah,
Not even substitute
Might-
bench?
been
like,
poor.
maybe substitutes, but he doesn't deserve to be in that 11 right now. Because I still think there's a combination in that whole squad that can fight against teams. But when the ball comes to Rooney, you just think, yo, he's gonna miss this. Bar the goal yesterday, there was a chance where if he sorted his feet out, it's an open goal. A man couldn't pull his right leg
To be
out.
honest,
He's not the same Rooney anymore. It's quite sad because
is
he used to be explosive, running at guys. Now he's just slow.
I was reading a
Slows
tweet.
down attacks.
I was reading a
So
tweet.
do you
Yeah,
think,
he
Christian,
was
do you
like-
think Martial should be played up
Yeah,
front
but
instead of-
even if Martial is up front, we're not creating a lot of chances. So you can stick Martial there, but if we're not creating chances,
Got Rooney deeper.
anyone could be
That's
up
the
front
thing,
and
he
not
was-
score goals.
Okay, you drop Rooney
You
deep.
know what I
Who do
mean?
you replace in the midfield for Wayne Rooney?
Unfortunately, Schneiderlin has to come out.
Schneiderlin.
someone has to come out.
Right.
And I'd
So
probably
you'd
say,
rather
yeah,
play
Schneiderlin.
Wayne Rooney central midfield
Yeah,
than Schneiderlin centre midfield, who is a centre midfielder.
Yeah.
And one of them's a striker.
yeah.
But Rooney's not a striker anymore. He's not a striker anymore, so I would drop him for Schneider. I would drop Schneiderlin for him as well.
Okay.
In the
I just
midfield.
drop Rooney from the
That's the
team.
logical
Sure.
one. Because you wouldn't take that Carrick or Schweinsteiger or anyone.
Yeah, but you know in some
I would take out Carrick. I'll
Carrick,
play
he's
Schweinsteiger
good.
over
Yesterday.
Carrick, yeah.
He played a-
Carrick's
he played
been
a
out the
World
team
Cup.
as well.
Exactly.
Played a game-changing ball yesterday. He's sick.
If you play with two, it should be Schweinsteiger and Rooney. If you play with three,
Yeah, but there's no.
Then-
there's
Nah,
no
to be
pace
honest,
in that midfield.
that's when I'd agree with Jacob.
yeah,
If it's
when-
two, it
nah,
deserves to
because
be
it
Carrick.
doesn't need to be, man. It doesn't
There
need
needs
to
to be a bit of something in the midfield.
Nah, because Rooney puts in his shift, man. He covers ground. And
Yeah, so does James Milner.
You say he's slow. You say he's slow, but I think for the last, I think this season he's already like clocked our highest top speed.
It doesn't matter though. Like 2-3.
Now, obviously, but this is just like to obviously
2-3 months
argue
ago,
with
you
that.
were saying
You were saying
Van
he's
Gaal was
slow.
saying, "Oh, he's a striker."
He's
And
going
they
to
were
score
saying he's
20.
going to score 20, and then now he's been actually given the role. He's not delivering.
And I also think that another problem with Rooney is he's on this big, I don't know, 5-year contract because Moyes gave him some stupid contract. He's on 300k a week and he's going to be on that till he's 30-something years old. I thought Ferguson was slowly kicking him out of the club when Van Persie had that good season. And I don't know, maybe Ferguson was onto something because Rooney at the moment
maybe
is not
Ferguson
delivering.
That's a good point.
He's not delivering.
Well, the majority of Man United fans do want to see Martial play up front, and it looks like the majority of us want to see Martial play up front. So let's hear what Louis van Gaal had to say about the situation.
Take off Martial, the fans did not seem too happy with that. Do you recognise that? Did you hear that?
Of course, I hear I'm not deaf.
What do you think about that?
That's the opinion of the fans. But afterwards, they shall not be disappointed with the decision of the manager. That was the only attack of CSKA Moscow that a player of Manchester United stepped in on the wrong way. And then David De Gea has saved us. And after that, Michael Smalling has.
I'm just gonna stop audio there.
Again,
This guy just how long has he been? How long has he been Man United manager? He still doesn't know what Smalling's
he
name
must
is.
know someone like in his previous.
His
like,
starting 11
that was
centre
called
back.
Michael.
Who he said is gonna be a future captain, mind you. So like,
Nothing close to Chris.
yeah, but jokes aside, is his reason justified? I mean, you've just heard a little snippet there. Rooney did score the winning goal against CSKA Moscow. They are top of the table in the group.
Just about though. They're not really bossing that
Thoughts?
group. They should be bossing that
Where
group.
are you in your group?
You're not, wait. Yeah, we're second. Like, I think you have a joint second.
No, let's talk about. Let's
There you
talk
go,
about
then.
Chelsea.
Let's talk about Man
It's
United. Let's talk about Man
listen,
United.
They're top. They're just about top of a poor group. I think they're 1 point ahead of second and third.
7 years ago,
And they're
United would have been
joint
top at
second.
that point. with
In a
match
team, in a,
points.
sure, they
in
would
a
have
group
qualified by now.
consisting of
They would have
Wolfsburg,
qualified.
who lost Kevin De Bruyne,
Years ago, where Man City-
PSV, who lost Depay, and CSKA Moscow, who aren't that good. You should be qualified already. That's the barefaced truth of it. To be honest, you're struggling. You're actually struggling in that group.
They're not
You-
struggling. They're just not
yesterday,
the same
if it-
team. United just need to
They're
lower their
struggling, though.
expectations a bit. I think now. I think.
Yeah.
I just think they need-
You like need to lower your expectations, man. Like,
What expected? You said you were challenging for the title at the beginning of this season.
It's not the same as 7 years ago. What 7 years
I
ago was
never
that 2008?
All I'm saying is, this season, your manager came out and said Rooney's going to score 20. We're going to challenge for the title, and it doesn't look like you're going to do that.
I think we'll
Like,
challenge for the
when you
title.
say something, you have to like.
You'll be the third.
You have
You'll be
to-
the
you have
third
to do
horse
it.
in the race, though. I think it'll be Arsenal, Man City challenging for the title. United will get top 4.
But I don't think you'll go for the title. You're too short of it.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't
Can't
see
teach
Arsenal getting like more than 5 points more.
I think
than us.
Arsenal will finish above United, personally.
I think we will as well, but not by a lot.
Christian, I want to ask you a question. Do you think Man United are creative enough to mount a title challenge this season?
No, not at the moment.
No.
Nah.
Well, this
Just-
was-
Why is that? Why is that?
Like you said, I don't know how many hours without scoring a goal. Can't really be doing that if we're to mount a title challenge. Like most title-winning teams are free-flowing, score a lot of goals, and yeah, I just don't think we're creating a lot. Not enough anyway to go and win the league. I look at teams like City, even as though it hurts me to say it, Arsenal. They create a lot of chances.
Big up.
You know, they're creating a lot of chances. Like they went to Swansea,
Shout out
won 3-0.
Wenger.
Shut up.
You know, so I don't think we're creating enough at the moment.
No. So you think no, they're not creative enough to mount a title challenge this season?
No, we could do. I don't know. Hopefully it changes, but at the moment, no.
Okay. Well, let's hear what Paul Scholes had to say. Obviously, a Man United legend.
I'm not saying it as a coach, but I think the hardest thing to do is to coach scoring goals and creativity, and to have players who are off the cuff and can be creative. And you know, United, they seem to have like I said, they coached brilliantly, probably a little bit too well. That they don't look like conceding goals. I'd almost say it's a team now that you wouldn't want to play against because they're tight, they're organised, very difficult to score goals against, and it's probably a team that you wouldn't want to play in either.
Oh, harsh words there by Paul Scholes, obviously ex-Man United legend. I mean, I saw the highlights of the CSK Moscow game. You guys did create chances, but you weren't clinical enough. Clearly just not enough clinical enough. You were lucky Dumbia didn't score against you in that 1-on-1. De Gea did save you. Van Gaal did allude to that earlier, but
that's the difference. That's the difference, though.
I mean, like,
that's the beauty of having a top keeper, though.
Yeah,
They're there to make saves like that.
Sure. I mean, even from our perspective, we have Czech. We won't say, without Czech we wouldn't do this. He's our player.
He's there for a reason. He's there.
I mean,
that's Liverpool's problem for a few years. We haven't had a decent keeper defense, so we've been scoring goals.
I'm saying play Bogdan. Give Bogdan a chance.
Well, talking of clinical teams, City were clinical in their game against Sevilla, beating them 3-1. Raheem Sterling was a constant threat to Sevilla's defence, completing more successful dribbles, 7, and key passes, 5, than any other player on the pitch. He was involved in the goal and assisted one, I think, or he was just involved with it. What are their chances in this competition, do you guys think?
Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League.
I think
Christian's shaking his head.
No, outside of Barca, Bayern, Madrid, I don't see anyone getting close to the Champions League.
For once, though, City will get far this season.
I think they'll get past quarterfinals, semis.
Yeah, they've already qualified.
It all depends on who they draw now as well. If they get Barca in the last 16,
but they are top though.
Let's say they get a weaker team.
Yeah,
maybe
they can get through.
Maybe like Porto.
But I thought you meant as in going on to win the Champions League.
Well, I was asking what their chances were.
What their chances? Because they do have good players in the
team. They do.
Aguero and Silva to come back as well.
It's true, but I don't think you can look past Barcelona, Bayern, or Real Madrid. Personally,
I agree with Christian. I think it's all about pedigree. It's all about pedigree.
But then you can get lucky.
You can.
Certain seasons. It happened to Liverpool in 05. It happened to us in 2012. It can happen, innit? It can happen.
I don't think they have the mentality.
For once,
they'll probably go to the quarters and semis.
They've breezed their group though. For once,
they have a good side.
They've got a good side.
Like, they have a world class side.
So what do you think's stopping them? I mean, like pedigree. Is it their mentality?
I don't see why they can't. I just wouldn't bet on them winning, if you know what I mean.
Because if you swap their team, if you say like Barcelona are still Barcelona, but they had Man City's players, and they were winning all these competitions.
I hear you.
But they've never like won the Champions League.
I'd say.
What would you say their chances were going to be for like this year?
I'd say it's their best season.
It's the best chance they've had for a while.
Best chance
because they've got De Bruyne, they've got Silva and Aguero to come back. Sterling's doing well. Torre, Fernandinho, even Fernando's doing well. It's a strong team.
But I don't think we're taking into account the fact that you're saying it's their best chance to win it. Bayern. Real Madrid, Barca, they've been trying for years.
I think they'll
been trying for years.
They'll do the best out of the English teams.
But all I'm saying is they won't get close because those teams have been trying for 20, 30 years.
I think they got a lot more quality than people like City. Like when Messi's back, you have Neymar, Suarez.
Anything can happen.
You say that though. You look at Barcelona's team. You take out Messi. Let's say they get drawn against Barca and Messi.
They're not as free scoring.
Barca without Messi aren't actually as good as people make out. You know? Like they're still gonna win games.
They're relying on Suarez and Neymar now. Like they don't free score anymore.
It's not a bad duo to rely on.
Okay, but
I'd love to rely on Suarez and Neymar.
If you've been watching Madrid this season, like they're not free scoring either. Ronaldo apparently doesn't want to play in that team. They're playing too defensively for his liking, and he's been asked to do.
They are missing Bale and Benzema, who've been out for a while.
Yeah, Benzema got.
I don't know. I think it's their best.
If you go player for player though, Barca City. Take Messi out of the equation.
No.
On the night.
Anything can happen. I think it's
player for player.
Okay. Well, talking about European football, let's move back to the Premier League though. Leicester City, what are their chances of getting European footy this season?
Zero.
I mean,
I'd agree.
I mean, like they beat West Brom 3-2.
It's another Southampton, man.
Vardy scoring again.
They're gonna crumble eventually. They'll come into a run of games where they won't get points. Vardy will get in like an Ibiza scandal, something like that. Mahrez, I don't know, injure his leg.
All right, let's listen to Ranieri and what his thoughts are on Vardy's form at the moment.
Vardy scores again. Has he surprised you with how good he's been for you?
Surprised, no, but of course when you score 7 times in a row, it's not easy. Not everybody can do this. It's good for you, for him, good for us, good for Leicester fan. They enjoy it a lot. That is important for me.
Well, Vardy scored in his 8th game in a row now in that West Brom game. Only Ruud van Nistelrooy has done it more times, which is 10 games in a row. I mean, chances of him being top goal scorer this season?
He's got a chance of being top goal scorer.
Very high, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like Harry Kane was a surprise last time. Is he the surprise package now?
Could be, yeah. And it's perfect time as well, Euros at the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys think he should go to Euros?
Yeah,
I think he is going.
At the minute, he should start in 11 for England.
I think he's done enough.
But if he's starting, Jacob, is he starting up front or on the wing?
No, he's starting centre forward. He's starting where he starts for Leicester. Because that's where he's scoring goals.
Sturridge isn't really going to be
Sturridge is
fit.
injured all the
Yeah,
time.
here and there.
Sturridge may
Rooney
come back
definitely
before
not.
down the Euros, but
Harry Kane's probably his challenger for it. I'd
Yeah,
say.
probably.
What, do you think Harry Kane's going to...
unless,
Oh, right, sorry.
unless Rooney suddenly perks his ideas up and starts scoring a few goals. Because Rooney's still Wayne Rooney, and I don't think they'll drop Rooney, even though I'd like to see him do it.
I'd like to see him in
I mean,
Canter
he's their
England, though.
captain. You don't.
He'll
drop
probably
him
play
captain.
behind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Behind
behind
striker.
Mikel
Vardy
Arteta.
or
Yeah, straight.
Kane.
Don't
Okay.
compare Rooney to Arteta again.
My God.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay, let's go to another high-scoring game. Still in the Premier League. Arsenal beating Swansea 3-0. I'm just gonna play Monk's little standby here. See what he had about see what he thought about the game.
I was here when you played Stoke the other week, and you played a million times better than that. So you must be really disappointed with the outcome.
Yeah, obviously disappointed to lose. I think the score flatters Arsenal, to be honest with you. We played exceptional in the first half, had chances to score, really should have took the lead. We were the better team in the first half. Said at half time about that concentration, because we know what quality Arsenal have, and I thought we started the first half very well again. Looked well in the game, and then obviously we made 2 poor goals on our behalf, really gifted the game to Arsenal. But it's a shame because there were so many positives today.
Yeah, Farhan. Do you think we were lucky? Do you agree with Monk? Did the scoreline flatter us?
I think you have to look at the big moments in that first half, and that big moment was that goal missed chance. But when you get faced by a keeper of Czech's pedigree, you're obviously going to lose yourself a little bit.
I'll disagree with you on that point. I think it was Hector Bellerin who saved us there.
I think it was a combination though.
Probably a combination, but more
so Bellerin. But it was that moment that Swansea, if they scored, they might have went on to win the game.
I think that game was one of the reasons why I think Arsenal can challenge for the title, because they didn't play particularly well.
They
First
grind
half
out the result.
But in the end, they got 3 goals in 15 minutes, and that was it.
Didn't really grind it out.
There was nothing in that game apart from Arsenal scored 3 shots.
No, we survived. We survived the Gomez 1-on-1.
I think you'll play better opposition though, who don't gift you goals.
But it's games like that which get you the 3 points, which at the end of the season is what matters.
I think it was more of us relying on our focal point, because Ozil, he had an average first half. He turned all the way up in the second half.
Yeah,
and I was naive to say Sterling is going to be a world-class player, because I realised that world-class is players like Ozil, because they will change games for you.
Ozil embodied Arsenal second half.
He didn't really change the game though.
Well, his resurgence, he burst into life with the assist.
I know Fabregas is missing for you, but
good win, to be honest. But they made mistakes in it. They should have.
They made mistakes. They should have lost, but they won, and that's why I think Arsenal this season can challenge. They've got the players. They've got Sanchez. They've got Özil. They've got Czech. They've got a top team. Arsenal at the minute. They've got a striker in, maybe a centre back, and they've got a world class team. In my opinion.
Put it this way: Arsenal play better opposition, and play like they did against Swansea. I think they'll struggle. To be honest.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I say, I think we can win the title.
I mean, like if I was an Arsenal fan, I look at the game. Swansea going away there, pretty hard game. We've had loads of injuries. Campbell comes in, first start, scores a goal.
They've not been in good form though, Swansea recently.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
We were just talking about Gary Monk being sacked. So
that was just that was ridiculous.
I think better opposition
before the game. We've never beaten Gary Monk before that game.
It can be games like that though, which win you the league.
I see what you're saying there as well.
That could be a really important 3 points and a clean sheet at the end of the season.
I think the real question is, with all these injuries, can Arsenal beat Bayern and Spurs?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think we'll beat Bayern.
I think we'll beat Spurs.
When
Spurs?
Weekend. 2 losses in a row.
Spurs on the weekend.
Away.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll beat Bayern. Like I said, I'm optimistic we'll get a point, which is really
against Bayern.
Yeah, I think we'll get a point.
What, at the Allianz Arena?
At the Allianz,
against Bayern Munich, who are going to want revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a whim and say we're gonna get a point.
risky.
Douglas Costa.
I wouldn't bet on it, but
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it either.
I'd like to see Arsenal win. I'd like to see them do it.
I wouldn't.
And in respect to the North London derby, I mean, it's going to be a game of high spirits.
If Spurs win that one,
That's
then
gonna be
they'll
a
have to
good
be
game.
taken seriously.
Christian, what do you think the score's going to be in both the games, actually, the Bayern game and the Tottenham game?
I don't know about scores, but I think Bayern will win tonight, and it'll be a draw on the weekend between Arsenal and Spurs.
Jacob?
I think Bayern will win tonight, like 3-0, 3-1 maybe, if Arsenal get lucky. But at the weekend, I think it'll be one of them games where Spurs probably play better. Do you know what I mean? But Arsenal, because the talent in the team, I just think will probably do. I'd say like 2-1 Arsenal at the weekend.
Okay, all right. Mus?
I reckon Bayern will probably beat Arsenal tonight, like 2-1.
2-1.
But Spurs probably draw against them.
Why are you looking at me for? It's like you're apologising to me.
Like, I'm sorry to say it's the truth.
So, Keelan?
4-1 Bayern.
4-1.
Yeah.
You've made very outlandish comments in those before in the past, but like they've not really come to fruition. So you call a friend 50-50.
I'm starting this time.
50-50.
4-1 Bayern, and then 4-2 Spurs.
All right, Zach.
8 games.
I'd say 3-0 Bayern, and
Lewandowski hat-trick.
I think they will draw against Spurs as well.
For real, I think it's going to be 1-1 with Bayern, and we're going to beat Spurs 4-1.
I would concur.
Yeah, I'm not going to win.
Yeah. All right, then let's move on to our next segment, the news of the week, and I'm going to be introducing it today because James isn't unfortunately here, so I'm going to be doing it. Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho has reportedly wanted Gareth Bale and Raheem Sterling to join the Blues this summer. The club thought that they didn't need any new players, that essentially the same squad could dominate again. He knew he was in a dangerous stance when other sides had the opportunity to catch up. In other news, Borussia Dortmund star Marco Reus has expressed his admiration for Barcelona, saying that he would like to play alongside Lionel Messi and Andres Iniesta. This is a quote. Preferably, I would like to play with the best players in the world, whether it's Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. In midfield, it would be Iniesta. So this has sparked controversy and rumours that he might be making a switch to the new camp. Yaya Toure, Man City star, has hit out at fellow African footballers, claiming that their fatalistic resignation has prevented more players from the continent reaching the summit of the game. Africans have a tendency to slack off, said Toure. They're living in a world where they believe that they're the greatest and the strongest, but they don't understand that there are many more hills to climb to reach the top. And lastly, controversial news, Karim Benzema has been arrested by French authorities based on allegations of a plot of blackmail on international teammate Valbuena over a sex tape. Guys, what do you think about that one?
Only an Arsenal. You would have brought that up if he'd signed for Arsenal.
Cisse was involved in that one as well.
Was it?
Yeah. It's a bit weird. I don't know what's going on there, but they've all got it in.
It's a weird situation. All right, then let's move on to our unpopular opinion segment, which Christian's going to be taking today. So what's he got? What's he got to offer?
We'll go through it.
Fire in the park.
So, it has to.
Yes.
It concerns Arsenal.
Oh, okay, all right.
Say no more.
And it concerns one of their young wingers that a lot of people seem to like, but for me, since they bought him, it's been average.
Average? An Arsenal player?
Overrated.
Overrated.
And not really pushing on. So basically, my unpopular opinion is that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is an average winger.
Average winger. Jacob, what do you have to say about that?
I can see where he's coming from.
Like, yeah, I kind of get what he's saying. He's okay, he's good, but he's not ever gonna be.
He doesn't make you think, wow.
Yeah, he doesn't make you go, oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain's on. We need to watch out today. Do you know what I mean? He's a good player, and he gets
just one of those that blends in.
Yeah, he's a good. No, he is good. I don't think he's average. I think he's good, but I don't think he's
fulfilling his
potential that he had.
He said stop-start. Yeah. Like, he gets injured a lot, like many Arsenal youngsters do, especially English ones.
Unluckily.
And I think I'd put Wilshere in the same category as well.
Yeah,
like, I don't think he's that good as well. He's average.
Yeah, like a lot of the time I hear, oh, we need to start Ox. We need to start Ox. But what does Ox actually do? Like, what does he do? Like, he doesn't assist. He doesn't score. He just runs at the fullback and crosses it and it doesn't go in. Like, he does nothing for me.
You see him on the floor like most of the time, like just scurrying up.
Listen, yeah, let me send back to that. Because honest, in my opinion, in an Arsenal fan's perspective, that was a well-crafted, unpopular opinion. I rate you for that, and I appreciate you looking at me like you're apologizing to me once again. But I think that's a stupid opinion because you
not happy.
Because I think you would take him right now in that United team.
You would.
I can quote Keenan Clark.
Keenan, Christian, would you take Chamberlain in your team?
No, what's he doing now for Arsenal?
So you wouldn't replace him with Januzaj?
I'll take Chamberlain in Liverpool personally.
I wouldn't take him.
Oh my
God.
He's quite a direct player.
But he doesn't.
I don't think he'd start.
No way.
Yeah, I said I'd take him, but I meant as a centre mid.
I think he's the better centre mid than he is.
That's a silly thing to say because I think he's got all the ability to do well. Okay, fair enough.
But that's the thing.
Wait,
that's
what I'm saying.
He's got the ability to be known.
2 years he stood still. He hasn't improved whatsoever.
Up, down.
Look at Arsenal though. When was the last time we won something that meant something?
What do you mean?
Listen. What I'm trying to say is, no. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, if we won the title on the back of Chamberlain scoring, like let's just say 4 or 5 goals, he'll still. I'm just saying. Let me just finish. Let me finish. You'll regard him as like a piece in that puzzle that went on to go win to the title.
You haven't won the title.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we do though, circumstance doesn't favour Chamberlain. I think he's a good winger. I don't think he's average.
His numbers don't
and he
favour
can't
him.
even
Like
get
Christian
into
said,
starting 11.
Esmond, could
2
you pull up
years
his
ago, if
Arsenal
you look at
record?
it now,
Could you pull up his Arsenal record?
It's not good enough.
Pull up his pass accuracy as well, please. Pass
To
accuracy.
call him average, I think
listen, you go back 2 years ago, he was better than Sterling.
He was.
And now you look at Sterling.
Like Sterling's gone on leaps and bounds. I think Chamberlain has not improved
Stagnated
at all.
anything.
If you look at his old videos when he used to play in
Southampton.
His championship performances.
With all due respect, though, there are a lot of players who are like that who they come out and then you think, these are going to be the next big thing, and then you just they drop off and you don't hear them. There are a lot of players who do it.
Sterling can do it.
Chamberlain, to be fair, has stayed at a good club and he's still getting in the starting 11. So there's players like Jack Rodwell, players like
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? There's players who start off their career and everyone says they're
with regard to Chamberlain, I think I always used to hear, why doesn't Chamberlain get enough games? And I always used to think because he doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Ramsey's starting ahead of him all the time because Chamberlain's
like you
average.
think of Oxlade-Chamberlain like in the same bracket as Jordan Ivey, and that's wrong because look how long he's been playing.
That's bang out order. Jordan Ivey. Jordan Ivey is a child. He should be at uni with us.
He's on the same level,
right? Jordan Ivey will be better than Raheem Sterling one day.
But to say he's on the same level as Chamberlain, I mean, that's just straight naive. I mean, I think the unpopular opinion this week, no offense to Christian, it got sent to the wrong man.
You sound like a broken record. Like, listen, Chamberlain, what we're saying is Chamberlain has the ability, but he hasn't fulfilled it. Like, Esmond, can you pull up his numbers? His numbers for Arsenal must be shocking. Like, does he have even above 10 assists? He's been playing since 2011.
You might acting like he's in
come on.
right now.
I've got more assists in the park than he has.
I know he has got years, but right now I think he's average.
Yeah,
he's more interested in his haircut. Put it that way.
It's not. I'll pull up the goals. 88 games, 6 goals. For Southampton, 36 games, 9 goals. And that was 1 year. He was at the Southampton.
Yeah,
or like maintain
88 goals. 88 appearances, 6 goals.
That isn't great for an attacking player, to be fair.
That is poor for an attacking player, but like I said, circumstance hasn't favoured him.
Again.
Circumstance hasn't favoured him yet, and he's got years on his side.
Can we continue?
What do you think, Esmond?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a great player, but like, he's just injuries. It's just typical. I'm putting him in the same bracket as Jack Wilshere. He's just too many injuries, too much potential, and it's just like it's starting to get like next 2 years they kind of need to be like first team players.
All right,
like,
just
establish like injury free first team.
It might not say Chamberlain as a first team player.
He's not the first team player. He's a substitute. No, I'm not saying he's not been
okay, when he's got a run in the side, like just think back. Anytime he's got a run in the side,
he gets like 5 games.
Yeah, what has he done? Like he hasn't done anything to make you think he needs to start the next game. Like he doesn't.
I think it's more of a thing where like
I think he runs at fullbacks a lot, and then you just see him get to the byline and cross, and you don't see anything of
it's
him
more
again.
of a thing like I remember last season, like second half of the season, Chelsea Hazard, like everyone's like saying, oh no, well he isn't that good, like he was sick in the
you
first.
can't compare Hazard
No,
to-
I'm not comparing. I'm saying like I'm comparing him as in terms of like his runs would create stuff rather than him because he wasn't creating that much the second half of the season.
Where is this?
But that's huh?
Where is this there for Arsenal in Arsenal career?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
If Oxlade-Chamberlain was playing in Manchester City side instead of Raheem Sterling, I think he would be classed as a good player. Because he does know what he's doing. He's got the pace. He has, like you say, he's got the ability.
But that's the thing.
You know what that is, Jacob?
Is that a problem?
Circumstance.
So
That's the thing. I couldn't see City signing him because he is no way on that level. He's not on the level of the bench players, if anything. Like Navas is better than him, and he doesn't even get a start.
That's why City. That's why
Iheanacho as well. Iheanacho, like put it this way, Iheanacho has just burst onto the scene this season, and he already looks like a more like promising player to me. The City, Kelechi, and
If you put any decent young lad up front for Man City with a lot of confidence.
But come on, he's played.
People, but at City, you look at people like Negredo, top Spanish class. He was at City. He faded. Adebayor, there's been a few. Like it doesn't guarantee if you play for City that you're gonna score goals. Like it doesn't really.
Wait, with the Iheanacho thing as well, he's probably played like 10 minutes, like probably 20 minutes combined of Premier League football, and he's got more goals than Chamberlain this season already. And I guarantee you, Chamberlain has played more.
Iheanacho's a better player than Chamberlain.
He's just making more use of his
making
ability.
more of an impact.
Exactly.
But the argument is Chamberlain's an average player.
Yeah, he is an average player.
So Iheanacho's better than him.
Yeah, wow.
So wait, is 6 goals in 88 appearances not average to you?
That makes no sense.
Is it not average to you?
Yeah, that's average stats.
They're average stats, bro.
That's Sinclair stats, man.
It's really hard.
That's better than that.
Stats is.
I think he needs to do more.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you there. I think.
He needs to improve on his final
he needs to do more. But then I still think he has the ability to do it.
Joe, like
nah.
I couldn't find the assists because like there's a lot of varying.
Like he's average.
There's a lot of varying sources on the website, so I couldn't find his exact assists because it's varying on a lot of websites.
Yeah.
So that might be a little piece of homework for me. So
honestly, you're right, Farhan.
No man, really stressed out. No man, I don't even know what to make of that opinion. Like, in my head, it feels like we've already lost a buy-in or something like that.
So who would you take over? So Raheem Sterling or Chamberlain?
Oh my days.
Oh, that's not a question. That's not a question.
I'd honestly take Jordan Ivey over Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Would you really?
Personally,
I would.
Did you see?
You're a Liverpool fan.
Oh, Jesse Lingard, man.
Lingard
I'm not
as
talking
well.
about Lingard.
Wait,
Did you see
Esmond,
Lingard?
just cut the show, man. Just cut the show. This is.
You're not backing anything you say though. You're just saying circumstance. Like life isn't just. You can't just say circumstance. Life is.
All right. Okay.
Liverpool, Sterling was sick. And Liverpool, you know, they weren't the top team. Yeah.
But the thing is, what is Chamberlain's best position? Is it midfield?
We don't know.
Winger? So maybe we might be a bit too harsh on him in terms of like.
I think we're being way too harsh on him. I mean,
I think you're being harsh on him, but I don't think he's. I think he's good.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think he's average. You're saying you're putting the Sterling argument up. Sterling was Liverpool's best player.
But he's younger.
Is Oxlade-Chamberlain's? If Oxlade-Chamberlain was Arsenal's best player, I'd turn around and say to you, you know what, Christian, you're on to something. But Sanchez and Ozil are our best players.
Okay, Walcott then. Why should Oxlade-Chamberlain be better than Walcott? There's no excuse there.
I think
he's got the same ability, if not more ability. So why shouldn't he be?
That's a comparison you can make. Walcott and Oxlade.
Why shouldn't he?
Oh, Walcott all day.
Walcott's miles better than him.
Yeah, it is Walcott. It is Walcott.
If you look at Walcott's development as well, Walcott should be world class by now. Walcott should be world class by now.
10 years.
But
This
injuries,
is what I'm saying. Like, this is why
injuries.
Chamberlain's got to be
Look at
scared.
Sturridge.
Chamberlain's got to be looking at Walcott and thinking, yo, he's the same as when he came into the club.
But look at
This could be me.
Exactly.
How old is Walcott now? How old is Walcott?
Yeah.
Because he's
I
following
don't
the same
know, like
patterns
late
as well.
20s.
Too old.
he's like 28, 27.
Walcott, so he should be in prime now. He should be in prime.
Yeah,
It's
when
crazy.
He hasn't improved enough.
Walcott's not 28. He's
old.
26, I'm sure.
26, no.
26.
He's like
26.
prime.
All right, but still, that's
Still
that's
getting on
prime
26,
years.
like 2
And
years.
Oxlade's what, 21, turning 22.
But
He's 20. He's 22.
So long, he should
I
have
just think
mastered
he
the
should
Premier
be
League by
better
now.
than what he is now, considering the time
He's been around so long. He should have mastered the Premier League by now. Put it that way. Because players have come his age, and they've just taken it to the next level.
Taken in their stride.
I think it's hard. harsh. I think it's a harsh statement to say. I mean, I don't think he's great, but
I don't think we should judge him too quickly.
No, I say we give him 2 more seasons.
He's not a world-class player.
Yeah, yo, sorry, Chamber. I like Chamber. I like Chamber
Same.
as whatever he represents.
You
I
know,
like him.
let's
I
bring
don't
this
think
back
he's-
up in
he's
episode
stepping up.
285.
He's got all the right
Shout out
attributes.
Chamber though. But,
He just doesn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
But you know what? If he was the best player in the
He's
team,
lazy.
this would hurt me. But he's not. So
You know,
You
I'm
look
calm.
hurt. You look
I'm
hurt.
calm. I'm calm.
I feel sorry for you right now, but
Yeah,
I
same.
agree that he's average because if you look at tiers and you think the players in the Premier League, you have the top tier and the bottom, and then it's just the middle in it. I think Chamberlain's just in the middle.
Bang on,
man.
yeah, like.
I would
So,
say he's in the middle.
Christian, would you?
And all them.
Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
honestly,
with that.
I'm gonna-
if you ask the question, where do you see Oxlade-Chamberlain in 2 years? You honestly wouldn't know. Like, you wouldn't be like, he's gonna be up there, or he's. You honestly don't know.
idea.
All
Wait,
about the
let's
chaos
go
factor.
around and answer that question, and we'll end the show on that. Farhan, where do you see Chamberlain next? Let's say 5 years. Let's say
Still
5
in the
years.
Arsenal team, boiling.
Well, no, I mean, like, is he gonna be world class? Is he gonna be average?
world class? I don't know how to answer that question right now.
All right, then we'll move on to
You
Zach.
can't answer it basically. I don't know where he'll be in 5 years. To be honest, I don't think he'll be playing for Arsenal though. He'll
What?
definitely have dropped down because
He needs to
eventually
step up.
Wenger will get
Drop
sick
down a
of
tier
him.
of football.
No, he'll drop down
Wenger doesn't get sick
team
of
level
players.
wise. He'll probably go somewhere else in the Prem.
Wenger doesn't.
But
man.
like he's put it this way, is he better than Serge Gnabry even? Like he's on that level, I'd say.
Yes.
He definitely.
Okay,
is.
that was probably a poor example.
He definitely
That was
is,
probably a
right.
poor example.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I'm saying
How
is,
about,
yeah,
you're done though. Keenan.
I don't see him anywhere.
Valid, Zach, valid. Yeah, you know what? No, wait, who are you talking about again? See, I forgot his name already, man.
Chamberlain.
The
Ox. They
call him the Ox.
Joe, just call him Joe.
Yeah, you know what? Because he's already been nicknamed. It's like, you know when you get a pet or something, your mom's like, oh, don't name it yet. We might send it back. That's what it's like. Now that Chamberlain's been named, they're gonna keep, man. It's sentiments now. It's sentiments. So he's still gonna be at Arsenal. Who knows where?
So where's he gonna? Is he gonna reach the heights? That
I
we all
reckon
expect
Arsenal
him
will
to?
sign like someone like Aozi Perez, man. I think he'll do more bits. I think because I think they're at the same bracket as well at the moment as well.
All right. So, Mus, where do you see him? Do you see him as a world class player or like stagnant or average?
He'll stay at Arsenal and he'll just be a replica of Walcott.
But poorer.
Okay.
I don't know if he's gonna reach Walcott's level or not.
It's one of them ones. If he can stay injury clear,
Yeah.
then I don't see why he can't stay in Arsenal's.
I mean, he is
starting
only
11.
22.
Exactly. If he
He's
stays,
only 22.
injury clear,
Easier
he
said
has,
than done.
like you say, he's got the potential and the ability to do it. But
What,
been
to
there
reach
so long
a
already.
world class status or just reach a world?
well, put it this way: if Arsenal win the league this year, everyone and he plays a part in that, you can't argue with it. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute, they've not got the trophies to prove his ability. I don't think so.
Okay.
At the minute, I'm not sure, but I reckon if he can stay injury clear and in a decent Arsenal side, he'll do all right.
Injury clear, do all right. All right, question. End it on you.
Yeah, so average Chamberlain.
Joe.
In a few years, might get sold. You know, not really gonna change games for Arsenal. Like, I see people like Ramsey playing on the right ahead of him. Chamberlain should be nailing down that right spot.
To be honest, he should.
Ramsey's not even a right winger.
Exactly,
What's
exactly.
going on?
Actually, be done. Yeah.
What's going on? Like, Chamberlain should be. That position should be his. He's got all the attributes. Like, what's going on there?
Farhan's given up.
So yeah, for me, I just think, you know,
He's gonna be average.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
average.
Christian.
Even if he has like an injury clear couple of seasons.
Like, I don't know, he could develop, but right now, in a few years, I don't know. It's too hard to say in a few years, but we're talking about now, so I'd say
Who's to blame? Who's to blame?
Well, Arsenal
Him?
Wenger has done it with a few players. You know, if you look at it, like there's a few players in the Arsenal team who've had a lot of potential when he signed, and now there's not really like Walcott, Wilshere, Flamini. Everyone made a lot of noise about him when he first came. Didn't really do anything.
Well, he did not. What do you mean when he came back?
Diaby's a good one.
Well, he is literally a clear cut injury.
you know what I mean? There's a lot of
It's
talk about
true.
these players, and then now they've done alright, but they've not really proved anything to an international level anyway, like worldwidely known as a player.
Wilshere will be the next high profile failure for Arsenal. Put it that way. If he's not
I
already
quite like
there.
Wilshere though. I think
I like him as well, but like injuries and just like the antics he gets up to, and the fact that he hasn't fulfilled his potential since he burst onto the scene, because he played that game against Xavi and Iniesta, and you thought,
that was a great game.
You thought by now he should have been at the top of the game, but he's not there.
like Wilshere shows glimpses. Like, he's had a few runs where you think, okay, if he could actually stay fit, he's going to be good. Like Wilshire's a good player, but I don't see that with Chamberlain.
I remember hearing.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I remember hearing before Aaron Ramsey broke out onto the scene that there was 2 lads in the Arsenal youth team, Wilshere and Ramsey, and Ramsey was going to be the best one, and then Wilshere broke out before Ramsey. Wilshere got the chance before Ramsey, and
then Ramsey,
and then he did well, and then he did alright. He got injured a few times. Then Ramsey's took his time slowly, and now Ramsey's overtook Wilshere. And he's took his spot really.
And Wilshire's only
But then
23.
again, even Coquelin stepped in. Where's Wilshere going to get into that team now?
Yeah.
Cazorla, Coquelin, there's too many in there.
But then again, I can just turn around and say to you what I said earlier. Wilshire's not our best midfielder in the team, so we don't have to worry too much about if he's going to break out or not. He might be a failure, you never know. But
we've still got 5 years until he's in his prime. Well, 4 years until he's in his prime, which is like 27.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Episode 285, I'm telling you.
Nah, but you know what? We're talking about this now, and obviously I'm gonna have to quote you, and you said about circumstances. Now, I just can't help but think Arsenal's not a place you want to develop into a footballer, man. It's not. Because you know what it is.
Are you saying you wouldn't want to go to Arsenal to develop?
Nah, because like young players, like, if you like even you come out of Arsenal, the only one. Wait, who? I'm trying to think who didn't come out injury prone. Because even Van Persie, man, we took Van Persie, we saved his.
Oh
his
my
life,
god!
We saved Van Persie's life. We saved his life.
He's right. Something must be going on.
He couldn't train. Even Sanchez now. Sanchez played in how many?
What do you mean even Sanchez now?
When Sanchez's break, man? When I'm trying to work out how long his holiday's been, because he was playing Copa America, came back. Wenger's like, no, he's tired now. Then he played the next game, then played the midweek game. I bet my life he's gonna play today
because Sanchez is a machine. Listen,
and then play.
All I'm
you get those type of players who say, you know,
all I'm saying is,
yeah, but the thing is, that's just his style of tactics. I'm a bit worried if you're saying that about Klopp's tactics at Liverpool, because it's the whole put a lot of effort into the game, control the game, run around, do your thing. Liverpool haven't got a big enough squad to get injuries at the minute, so if that starts happening to us, then we're in trouble. And at Arsenal, they're lucky enough though, because Arsenal have got a massive squad. You know, if you look on FIFA, if you go on Arsenal, if you career mode with Arsenal, you can make millions by selling your reserves because you've got such a good big squad. They're kind of lucky in that respect, so I don't think it's too big a deal with Arsenal at the minute.
We got a massive problem with the medical team, to be honest. I mean,
we've had that for years.
I mean, we even brought the German World Cup winning
man's a myth
medical coach. Absolutely, we're still getting ridiculous injuries.
It's not the medical coach, man. Wilshire's injury was a stress fracture,
and that was against you guys. Did you see the picture? Did you see his ankle?
If it's
that could have been broken.
He's playing too often, man.
Yeah,
these players.
I saw last week against Watford.
He's 23 now.
Wenger goes, Sanchez is tired, and then he still played him. I was like, well, what you just said you were
gonna.
But
with all due respect, they're professional footballers.
I know
they should be training every day. So at the weekends, they can play a full 90 minutes. I can play 90 minutes. I'll be knackered, but I can play 90 minutes.
It's vigorous though.
These players getting paid
when you have 2 games a week and then no break.
Effectively, they're working 2 days a week.
It's top level football though. Man, you don't get a rest. You have to be at the peak of your.
Listen, it's intense. It's intense. But saying that, Sanchez isn't in bad form right now.
Also, every football team is in the same boat. Exactly. Every football team trains 4 days a week and has a game at the weekend.
Exactly.
Maybe 2 games a week if you're in the top 4.
And
every team's in the same position.
It's the way you train though.
And in direct reply to you, Keenan, don't worry about Sanchez until you play him. And when you did play him, back heel and a crazy goal. And Darmian. I'm saying future as well.
He sounded like a hurt Arsenal fan today. The popular opinion dug him.
He probably doesn't want to rest.
But sometimes it's
I just wish Arsenal not all the best this season. And obviously, shout out Christian for the unpopular opinion.
Alright,
that's a good one. That's a good one, man.
Chelsea United fans have done what Chelsea United fans do best. They've turned it. This week was meant to be directed at a Chelsea deflection.
We were supposed to attack Zach.
And now Liverpool and Arsenal are going to go.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for listening again to episode 5 of the Dugout Podcast. I've been your host, Esmond Cole. And follow us on Facebook, The Dugout. Twitter at The Dugout Pod. We've got an Instagram page.
Insta?
Yeah, Insta. And
Chelsea. Yeah, we actually did the convention while you
did. What do you mean? I was sat there on anything. Why are the Chelsea fans having to go with people? I was before the podcast. I came with an essay saying
Hey man,
I like Chamberlain, you know.
Because obviously he might be watching on YouTube.
Hello and welcome to the Dugout episode 5. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Edmund Cole, your host. And I want to start off things with major talking about the weekend. Champions being convincingly defeated by Liverpool. He's ready, he's raring.
Relegation ring.
And I'm trying to say
sent for Chamberlain.
I'm actually glad, you know. We didn't see
that's
Chelsea
really
that
like
much.
this one. Chamberlain gets sent for.
Chelsea sending for
Alex,
You know, someone tweet him it. I want to see what he says, you know.
Yeah, you know, we should chat at him.
Someone tweet him it.
You're average.
He'd probably reply to it.
I reckon he would.
I reckon he would. He'd be pissed.
But obviously,
He'd be like, check my stats though. He'd be like, yeah.
Send a picture of his bank.
Like, awkward.
Now, obviously, if he puts in performances and gets to Euros, obviously we're responsible.